Hey, welcome. We are live, and I'm going to show myself on camera in 1 minute. Just checking the sound, if I am well audible and on live. Bear with me. So, welcome to a free edition, fourth, no, 5th, 6th, and 7th of July. And so, yes, we are live. I am audible. I'm really happy. So, right now, I'm going to begin because I have a marathon of three things to show in 36 minutes. So right now I'm going to show the music to show myself also on camera. So welcome to the ChLogOlate, including the people that are live and the people that are replaying. So here I am. So now, as I always, there is a RISE framework. Like the first, there are four parts for each edition. The RISE stands for refresh your brain. The I stands for eliminating someone. The S stands for story or song, and the E stands for the event. For a matter of time, with I have a packed session of 36 minutes. I'm going to skip the S and the E. I will probably have some time at the end. If not, it's okay. I will just focus on the R and the I, which stands for bringing you a word in French and illuminating someone. And this is improvisation because I was not preparing my show, call it, but I'm on live. So welcome the people that are joining. Feel free also to comment. I will be happy to acknowledge your comments. And so, as I'm in LinkedIn, and if you comment and I don't see you, I will go back to reply to you because sometimes there are some glitches in LinkedIn and StreamYard. So bear with me. Right now, I'm going to type the first word, the first edition of 5th of July. And the word for this edition that I will show on screen is or, or. And as you see, or is in English, of course, the or, like another thing, like I want chocolate or ice cream, but it's absolutely not the same in French. So or in French, there is in French, ancient Occitan, English, Basque, Catalan, Italian, and Volapük. But I don't know really this language. I will focus on French. So let's, as always, I'm happy to show a Wiktionary because even though it's not the right source, as CJ said previously, it's really convenient for me to show Wiktionary. So or stands for in the 9th century Latin aurum, which is, in fact, there are two meanings. The first is about gold or gold. It's the name of the gold. And there is also a chemical element, I think, about that. So it's aurum or object made in gold or currency of gold or richness or the color of gold. And the second meaning, it's a conjunction from the old friend or, which is now, from the Latin hac, hora, to this hour. This use as conjunction is already from the 12th century. So it's only a common name. It's only a common name or a conjunction, as you see. Adjective also. Name, adjective, and conjunction, because it's also used as a color. So name is only the name, like un or, it's masculine. And so it could be in chemistry, which is a chemical element, because before being the gold that you touch is a chemical element. It's also in the metallurgy, a simple body metallic of color gold, no, color yellow, brilliant, not alterable, yeah, and malleable, yeah, a precious metal. So it could be the chemical part or the metallurgy part. By extension, the object and the currencies of this metal. And also could be something that is used for embellishment of something. You know, the furniture, by instance. Watch an object covered by gold, because it could be an object totally in gold, or really you see the thin surface of gold. And of course, most of the time is that because it's already too expensive. Imagine um, gold in itself. So yeah, it's also indication that the legal index, the legal flow of the currency is indexed on the gold. Par exemple, les billets en circulation de la Reichsbank seraient échangés contre des nouveaux billets libellés en marque or. So it's to have a comparison, I think. By extension, the color of this metal, and that's the vary by the adjective. Like there is an example, depuis le rouge et l'or jusqu'au violet céleste. So it could be a noun, of course. The like le vert, le bleu. So any color that you can see that are an adjective could be also a noun. So by extension also an object that has a great value, like la crevette, cet or rose, the what's the shrimp, this rose gold, uh, or rose, cet or rose. So in that case, rose is the adjective and or is the noun. Like the water is now called l'or bleu because it's so expensive about its rareness that is now valued. And I hope so because water is so important. L'or bleu. So l'or, L apostrophe OR, is the noun or, and it's un or, but or. Also, a nice thing to remember is that or begins by O. So with anything, with the le, la, is replaced by L apostrophe because you don't say le or, you say l'or for a better pronunciation. So with that, aside that, I'm going to go further because heraldic is not so known. I'm going to pass the derivative because there are so much things to go about that like la poule aux œufs d'or. That means that it's a chicken that is so valued because her eggs are in gold. But I'm going to skip that. Tout ce qui brille n'est pas or. All that is shine is not gold. Là, I love this one. La parole est d'argent et le silence est d'or. In literally the speech is argent, you know, this kind of metals, argent, and the silence is gold. And so in English, gold, of course. What about other meanings? I don't see anything than gold. Then it's an adjective. So the only thing is that it's agreeing with a noun. So an example with the adjective, it's like it's the same, and it's invariable because or is not variable. I think there are some exceptions, but most of the color adjectives are invariable. But of course, there are exceptions, and I'm not going to go forward because we are already on 3 minutes on fire. And so it's also gold in English. Then the conjunction of coordination. That's totally different. absolutely not the same meaning. So to link a discourse, to link two sentences, or proposition. So, by instance, where you see that. Or, il n'en était rien. That means that um, the preposition is cancelled. What you see below is cancelled, the sentence before, because it means, but it's like a but in that case. But it was not like that. Then the other, le sage est heureux. Or, Socrate est sage, donc Socrate est heureux. And that in that case is not a but. It's another sentence that is not linked with the precedent, but it's like, yeah, it's linked anyway. That means the wise is happy, or like in an other end, I think. Socrate est sage. So in English, it's no, or yet, or however. So I would say however in that case. Most of the time it's however. Um, but now could be okay. I say another thing, or in link to the precedent, the sentence before. So in that case, now, yet, or however. And also a conjunction that is used to exhort, to invite, or mark the beginning of another sentence. Or ça, messieurs, or sus, commençons. Or voici ce qui advint. So, but that's really another thing. Aside that, the pronunciation is the same, whether it's the noun, the adjective, or the conjunction.
Or,
Or.
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 Voilà. So that's it for the or. And the rest I will not go forward. Now I'm going to stop my screen, make the seizure with the music for announcing another word for today. Apologize. So here is the music, and I'm going to be back really, really soon, but always on camera. So this is the edition of the 6th of July. And I'm going to drink something. Always a good reminder to drink something to hydrate yourself. So, but I was also forgetting to eliminate someone, but I'm going to eliminate 3 persons at the end. It would be more easier for me because I'm in my flow to present French words. Welcome everyone also, and the replay team. Feel free to comment. I don't see any comment right now, so apologize if you commented, but you can comment whenever you want. And welcome to the team replay. So we are going now to go to the second word. The first word of the day was or, which could be gold as a noun or an adjective, or could be also a conjunction to separate two elements. But now the word of the day two, the 6th of July, is pas. P-A-S. It's pronounced pas, and I'm going right now to set the pronunciation with that, so that you know how. But you heard from me, but
pas,
Pas.
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 So it's pas. So there are also two things to say about pas. It's either a noun or, so in French, it's a noun, but it could be also an adverb. That's it. Because the noun means a step, un pas. Like, hop, je fais un pas. I make a step. But as an adverb, it's totally something else. So etymology for the noun, for the Latin passus, pas, leg, something with the leg enjambé, you know, when you use your leg to march or step track. As an adverb is the list after ne, the negation. Je ne bois goutte, je ne mange mie, je ne vois point, je ne marche pas. That's not. It's just the synonym of not. And pas and ne could be optional. Je marche pas dans cette combine, je ne marche pas dans cette combine. So sometimes you use a ne, sometimes not. I really advise you to use a ne so that it's really clear for your audience, the people that you are talking about. But you can say je marche pas. But most of the time I would say je ne marche pas. Ou je ne marche pas. But that's for another way because you can also shorten. But first, going to the noun, it's a movement that make a person or an animal to put a feet in front of the other to walk. That's really the most simplest way and a bit like stupid way to say it, but like it's the technical thing. So à l'approche de son pas. So when he was making a step. It's also a metrology, distance between two steps. It's also a low distance. Like, for instance, I see à quelques pas, really at short distance. Then military, different ways to march, like a different way to steps. Marcher au pas. That means that you have to be in a particular way to walk. Then équitation, I don't know, it's about the horses. It's the allure, which is the rhythm, the least quick from the horse, because by instance, with the horses, there is le pas, le trot, et le galop. And le pas is the most low, then there is the trot, and then there is the galop. I think it's galop, but I'm not sure. But it's the least quick. Then there is the footprint. Could be il vit des pas d'homme. That's the footprint of the step, like in the sand, by instance. Then pré-séance, the right to walk the first. Avoir le pas sur les autres. That means that they have the priority. Could be a straight passage. Could be seuil sur le pas de la porte. That means really in the front of the door, near the door, sur le pas de la porte. Else, I'm going to slightly go there because it's skip this one because it's not so much used. And then there are expressions, but I'm not going to go there. Really, it will be on my paid version of ChLogOlate because there's so much expression like faire les 100 pas. That means to walk a lot. You know, waiting, you are walking a lot. But there are so much expression. So in English, it's step. There is also in English what to say about that. Pitch, spacing, step, pace, stride, footstep. So there are some things. And then, of course, like the or, by the way, I was choosing these two words intentionally because they are could be meaning different. It's not because you see pas that it means steps. It's not because you see or that it means gold. It depends on the where they are placed on the sentence. Je ne veux pas, that's I don't want. Je fais les 100 pas, I make the 100 steps. So it depends on the context. Either they are the noun or the conjunction of all the adverbs. So for the adverbs, it's a negation of a verb or a negation rhetoric. Yeah, so in that case, the adverb is always a negation. Also, an adjective. Je cherche un logement pas cher. I search for a house not expensive. So it's not in that case. And there is also some other expressions. I'm going to skip that also. But the synonym aucunement, good, it's not so much used, by the way. Nullement point, voilà. Or negation of an adjective, non. And in English, it's not. And also, it's a locution of a sentence. N'est-ce pas? Isn't it? That's the way it is, and I don't see anything about English. So with that, I'm going to now stop my share. We are right on time. And now I'm going to bring the music. So we are still on live. Amazing. I don't see any comments. Feel free to drop me any comment if you like. And aside that, I'm going now to go to the third word, which is près. This was also intentional. There is no, in that case, there is no other word about près, but there is also près, which could be about the accent, by the way. But now I'm going to make the music and to have the switch for the 7th of July. So. To illuminate 3 persons. I'm going already to see these 2 persons. And I don't know if I was already illuminating these 3 persons, by the way, beforehand. So it's also very improvisational, but I'm really happy to do that. So bear with me. I'm going to start in 1 minute. I'm choosing these persons on the fly. And let me know how are you doing today. Okay, I found my 3rd person. So thank you for your patience. I'm going now to stop the music. So the first word of the day, I was using the caption, by the way, so I will review. For the 5th of July, it was or, which could be gold, or here is another sentence. So that's a totally two different meanings. Then there was pas, which is either step as a noun or something that is not, that is negative. And then the third word is près. And the reason I say that is because it's really near. It's the meaning in English. So I'm going to share my screen so that you will see what's about in Wiktionary. And by the way, Wiktionary we can say in French or in English. Of course, you will have less information in English because près is a French word, although it's existing also in Creole and in Occitan, but it's like more the French version that I'm going to go. So it's an adverb, but it could be a noun, but it's really not so much used in noun. So I'm not going too much into details in noun. I was not imagining that it could be also a noun, but it's in the marine, so not so much use. So first I'm going to go to the pronunciation, près.
Près de.
Près.
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 Près. Près.
Voilà. And so one thing that is really important is to really pronounce the eh, the près, because there is also près. A près, it's not près. That's really important. I'm a bit like, but it's really important to notice the difference between près, which is the word that I'm talking about, et près, which I will talk about later so that you will know what's about. But it's really short this time because we have still 10 minutes. It's the third word, but we have still 10 minutes. So près, it's an adverb from the Latin pressus, pressé. So am I sharing my screen? Yes. So pressé, comprimé. That's really interesting because près means near. When you see in English, the translation in English, it's near, close, nearby, about, closely, contiguously. So adverb près could be for short distance, proximity. Demeure-t-il loin? Non, il demeure tout près. Very near. Could be also to less time before or after. Je ne puis vous faire ce travail pour demain, c'est trop près. That means that it's too short for me to do that. So it could be about distance, could be about time, could be also little thing, small thing. À une lettre près. At a letter close, like une lettre près. The spelling, I mean, like it's really close. And then for administrative, to the delegation, but it's not so much use, it's the administration. Let's say well, it's not so much use in this one. So to the proximity, à proximité, proche, and the rest is not so much use. So à cela près, à peu de choses près, à peu près. So it's near, close, nearby, about, closely, or contiguously. And so the noun is in the marine, but it's not so much used. So I'm not going to go forward. And the reason I was saying près is because there is also près, could be also P-E-P-R-A or P-R-A-S for the plural of près, because there are multiple fields. So près is not près. I will go to the singular, the Latin pratum, près. And so it's a field where are growing grass. So you see, près is not près at all. So it's really important to notice the pronunciation. Près, près. Could be a place also. whereas going to be a fight. But it's not so much used in this one, you know. And there is also the prison, but it's archaic. So in here, where you were listening to près, here the pronunciation is different.
Un pré.
Près.
Près.
And this is a common name. Près, un près. It's masculine. And it's in English meadow, pasture, prairie. But I will say field because it's synonym with prairie, pré. So that's also the synonym of pré, by the way. So that's it. I think it's all. And I'm going now to use the last 6 minutes to illuminate someone. So I'm going first to illuminate Rumble. Am I sharing my screen? No, technology, please. I'm going to reshare my screen right now. I don't see any comments. Feel free to comment anyone. I'm happy to see that interactive. I see that we are pre-watching, including myself. So I'm really happy to read also your comments, so that I can also illuminate you. Woohoo! So I am live right now. I am audible. Am I audible? Yes, I am audible. And now the first person I would like to eliminate is April. April Wyatt, if I pronounce well her first and last name. She was part of the anthology Beyond Boxes. I was part of the anthology Beyond Boundaries. And I can't wait to read her story. And at the same time, I have probably 45 stories to read for these two anthologies. And so she is a wellness advocate for mind and body, podcaster, emotional intelligence, plus mindfulness CAM services, certified beyond humanic breathwork practitioner. Let me have a breath. That's really important. The breath is so important. So thank you so much, April, for being and for contributing to expand wellness through our community. So thank you, April. She is the first that I would like to eliminate, April White. Then the second that I would be really happy to eliminate is drumroll, Divine Maxine. So I don't know if we call her Divine Maxine or Maxine. It's up to her to decide. Yet I would like to eliminate her because she is really really recent in in my my radar. Yet since 2 or 3 weeks, she is already inspiring a lot of people through her videos. She was doing it for already a long time, by the way. I would like also to share her amazing voice that you will listen here.
Divine Maxine. Divine Maxine.
Divine Maxine. So feel free to connect with her. So she is a heart oracle on spiritual guidance, metaphysical healing modalities, psychic medium, philanthropist, self-love empowerment coach. Amazing. And yes, our intuition is our GPS. And so I'm happy. We are whole. We are not perfect. That's amazing. So she is the second one that I would like to illuminate after April Divine or Divine Maxim. And so the third, we are still 2 minutes. I'm going to be quick. Michelle Ramos. Amazing. She is also recent in my radar. And at the same time, I love her. She is amazing. So, philosophical entrepreneur, cathartic catalyst, and barber, co-author. Amazing. So, a nugget as I'm going to wrap up in French. In English, they say entrepreneur, entrepreneur, but in French, entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. like entre, like come on, entre. That's also a word that I will show in the future because it has different meanings. Entre et preneur. Preneur means to prendre, to take. Entreprendre, entreprise. So that's the magic of French, which is not the same in English. Enterprise, entreprise, entreprendre, and entrepreneur. So that's it. So dream big. Now I'm going to stop my share because we are on time. I have an audio session, a karaoke session in 1 minute. So I'm going now to say to you thank you, and to see you today, later today in here it's like it's already Sunday for some of you, but Monday evening my time, which will be Monday afternoon your time, I will have my ChLogOlate edition for the 8th of July. So with that, my friends, I'm going to show the music. And thank you so much for your presence in my journey. Feel free to comment at any time. I'm really happy to interact with you. This is for you that I'm going to do that, not only for me. It will be really boring if I'm only the one that is there, yet I'm presenting that. So thank you so much for being there. This is already the 37th or the 38th edition of the ChLogOlate, and that's amazing. So with that, wish you an amazing week, beginning of the week, and see you Monday afternoon for the edition of the 8th of ChLogOlate. Thank you so much, and keep shining.